Today in our /nuclear revenge. You raped my 9-year daughter. Get beat up in prison. I originally posted this on Pro Revenge, but it got removed to felonies if it doesn't belong here either. Please let me know. I'm on mobile, so sorry for the formation. Also, English is not my native language. Feel free to correct any mistakes. This is my mom's revenge, and it happened 13 years ago. Backstory. My dad passed away 22 years ago, before I was born. I have an older brother and of course my amazing, beautiful mom. The guy who did it, let's call him Ben, was unfortunately my father's best friend before he passed away. They knew each other for years. After my parents met, Ben and my mom got to know each other as well. They got along pretty well and soon became friends. Fast forward a couple of years, my mom got pregnant with my brother and he didn't show any signs of being a pedophile or anything. He spent a lot of time with my brother and eventually became his godfather. 2 years later, my dad passed away while my mom was pregnant with little me. Ben helped her as much as he could in those bad times, gifting us toys and buying food for us and everything. The happening. I was 9 when it all started. He often would stay overnight drinking with my mom. I hated it. He'd always wait until my mom went to bed, drink some more and do horrible things to me. My mom never suspected a thing, and he would threaten me and say he'd hurt or kill my mother if I said anything, so I kept it to myself. After the worst and last time, I couldn't keep it to myself anymore, so I told my mother the morning after he left. She was furious and cried, blaming herself for not seeing the signs, and went to the police with me immediately, where we filed a report. They got to his home and searched his computer where he had child porn and arrested him. I'll skip the boring part of going to various doctors and the trial. He did get sentenced to 3 lousy years in prison. I'm still mad at this. On to the revenge. So my mom had connections to people who had connections to prisoners who were luckily the same prison as he was. She told them what had happened, who he was, and everything they wanted to know. A few days later, my mom got a call from our lawyer who told her he had to get transferred to another prison because the inmates threatened to kill him and beat him up pretty bad. My mom was happy about that. But what he had done kept spreading from prison to prison, so he had to be transferred multiple times because he kept getting beat up. I don't exactly know how many times. After he was released from prison 3 years later, he was registered as a sex offender and wasn't allowed anywhere near children. He moved far away from our city and tried leaving all of it behind, although my mom told me he had trouble finding a job. I haven't heard of him in years, but think of him almost every day. How he destroyed my life, but I do have to smile thinking all the beatings he must have had. Thank you for making it to the end, and thank you to all prisoners who beat the living shit out of this fuckface. Edit. Changed his name from to Ben, not his real name. Edit 2. I'm really sorry if you think it wasn't enough of a revenge, but there was really not much my mom could do. She had 2 children, one severely traumatized. She didn't want to do anything risky and get in trouble. Her number 1 priority was to make our life as normal as possible after that. I don't know why he didn't get separated from the other inmates after the first few beatings. I know he should have, but I'm glad he didn't. Thank all of you for the love and support. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, smash the bell, and whatever else our YouTube overlords require nowadays.